I'd like to introduce Mark Matcho out in California. Uh, Welcome, Mark, to my brand interview series.
Thank you,
And
Susan.
my, can you tell us a little about your brand, your company, where it all began, and sort of its missions and goals?
Okay. I got my start in, I believe it was 1985. I started working. It was right before I dropped out of art school, and I started getting a job or two from the New York Times, and I ended up leaving school and, kind of in fits and starts making a living as an illustrator, among other things. I was working at a restaurant. I was working at an animation studio. I was scrambling to make ends meet, but I started picking up some work here and there. So, as far as my brand, that's not something I really think about a whole lot, and I should devote a lot more time to thinking about that. But I want to make good art. I want to make memorable art. I want people to. I wanted to kind of evoke some sort of feeling of nostalgia, but with some sort of absurd twist. And I just want to have fun with stuff. Frankly, I do not want to take myself too seriously, and I just want to enjoy myself and make art. So.
Well, I'd like to just ask you a question and have you realize that your brand is, in fact, you.
You're right. It is.
And so everything that you described is what your brand is.
Okay. Okay, you're right.
You know what I mean? Especially with an artist,
Mhm.
one of the things that I think sometimes artists don't realize in that they focus on their creations,
Mm.
and they don't necessarily always realize that they have a style, they
Mhm.
have a particular outlook, and everything that they're creating is coming from them and from that overall brand idea and message that is you.
Mhm. No, you're right. I just seem to see it a lot more in other people. I mean, number one, not to kind of go off onto a tangent, but I'm not good at promoting myself. I don't like promoting myself necessarily. I don't like putting my stuff out there so much. I see the evidence of a brand a lot more in other artists, in somebody like Gary Taxali or Gary Baseman. It's just an instantly recognizable style, and I don't really see that with myself so much.
Well, you do have a particular style,
I
the
suppose I
same
do.
way that anyone else would. And
Yeah,
I think that what might separate you from that other person is not notoriety, it's probably that marketing and promotion.
yeah,
And
it
that
probably is.
if you were, let's say, more forthcoming, let's say, in the marketing or social media and that kind of, then that would be self-evident.
I suppose it would. I mean, to be perfectly honest with you, I don't like looking at my own stuff enough to want to sift through it and put it out there. I mean, I know that's an odd thing to say, but I concentrate more on turning out the work and not so much on seeking new work. That's a real shortcoming of mine. I have to say that is not a strong point with me, as the marketing and promotion aspect of this business, and that's a huge part of being an illustrator. Is knowing how to handle that. So that's something. After 25 years, I need to seriously address. I think in the next coming 25 years, I'm gonna put my efforts towards that. So.
Okay, great.